Gotta start the day with a savory affair. Evening rolls around, time to chill and unwind. Tune in for chill streams where relaxation you'll find. Come hang out, let's battle for Lord of the Board. Hatcher's got the insights, he's got us all on board. In the world of magic, the gathering, he's a master and a guide. So let's talk MTG and take the ride. Take the ride. For more fun, you better subscribe. You never want to miss the vibe. My feet looking for a good time. Hatcher on YouTube, dropping truth and rhyme. Passion for magic, he's playing the cards right. Live stream so funny, keeping us up all night. subscribe. Never won't miss the vibe.
What's up, my friends? How you doing? I have seen the end of Battlestar Galactica, and so we talked about it all the way through. I have come to talk about the end. It's kind of rough. Kinda rough. Might be more than kinda rough. But anyways, let me grab the live stream link and I will share that in the Discord. And then we will go from there. Dun, 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 dun. Bump, bump, bump. All right. It looks like YouTube might be doing that thing where instead of showing your username, it shows your @ handle. I don't know why it does that, but every once in a while, something changes and the settings shift up. All right, there we go. That's good. All right, so hello. Our hellos are in order. What's up? Oh, wait, hold on. Let me switch this. There we go. Okay. What's up? Ang, Lewis, Pierce, Millmaster, Teferi, Shelton, DB, Shorts, Joe, Gossett, Inferno, Thompson, Juglum, Jess, Anime, Zircon, Rain, Goddard, Enchanter. So yeah, I mean, if you have different usernames, that's what I got to work with here, right? So hello. It is Tuesday evening. It is the middle of August, 2025, and these are the days of our lives. They're slipping through your fingers like the grains of sand, just gone. And so to honor just how fleeting life is and how valuable it is, we're going to spend our time now complaining about a television show from 20 years ago. I love the internet. I love that you can just do whatever. It's like, yeah, Battlestar Galactica came out 2 decades ago, and we're going to talk about it now. That's how it's going. It makes everything timeless in a way, right? Juglum, you were worried about me. It's all good, man. It's all good. Carly was the one who was in the fucking bus crash, so she was only minorly hurt, and she got better. She got better quick, but, you know, I wanted to be around. Wanted to keep my eyes on her, so I've been gone for a bit. But I'm back now. I'm back, so it's time for the wheels of the bus to spin, and for everybody to eat bagels, I suppose, because they're wheel-shaped. You're also allowed anything round, really. It's Sesame Street rules. Was it Sesame Street? Which was the kids show where they had a bridge and you could only get across it if you gave the person in charge of the bridge something round, like a pizza or a cookie? It might not have been Sesame Street. Either way, apparently I just want cookies and pizza. Bellvagan, what's up, man? Yeah, Carly is doing better. She is doing better. So it's time now that we can just get back to unimportant shit. You know? Serious life stuff happens, and now we can just talk some smack about the final part of Battlestar Galactica with the obvious lead-in saying that the show is actually really solid. I actually quite enjoy Battlestar Galactica. It is my favorite of all of the space shows that I've seen. So even though I think the last season is rough, it's actually still my favorite of all the space shows that I have seen. It now sits above things like Deep Space Nine. And so, I mean, until I run into something better, that it's actually my number one choice, which is part of what makes season 4 being so, that's what makes it so rough, you know? It's like, you Yeah, my girl, what's up? Was it a speed situation? No, Joe, it was a distracted driver situation. So it wasn't that huge a deal, but because Carly has the disabilities that she does, and she gets injured easily and it sticks around, I was like, okay, until a few days have gone by, I'm not gonna feel like she's all right, but she is. So now it's just, all right, I'm going back to yelling on the internet. I'm going back to yelling on the internet. And tonight, my yelling is about, well, a bunch of things, but Battlestar is the main target. A cinnamon roll, if it's round, yep, absolutely. Absolutely. To vary the troll toll. Listen, you're not trying to get into this boy's hole. Lewis, even though the last season wasn't good, you found the last episode to be good. I will definitely discuss the last episode as part of this, and I will say that it's not like season 4 has nothing in it for you to watch. It's not like it's not worth watching, but you could probably get away with an abridged version that took a bunch of the episodes and just kind of, shrunk down a lot of the excess stuff, Zircon, it does. It sucks that her trip got. It does suck that her trip got messed up. I did what I could to make it better. Grab an ice cream cake and some other treats and stuff, so that when she came home, there was a bunch of stuff, but it was last minute. Like the way it went down, the bus story. It's a series of unfortunate events. So she's supposed to go and be gone for the weekend. It's on her birthday. So she's on a trip on her birthday to go and see some friends. And she is taking a multiple bus trip. So you've got to transfer over from different bus stations to get on different buses to get where you need to go. So she has left to go. The first bus is from St. Catharines to Toronto, which is about an hour and a half to 2 hour drive, depending on the level of traffic you have to deal with, right? So there's that. And then there's 2 more transfers that she needs to make before she gets there. And so she gets to the bus stop, waiting for her bus. Her bus doesn't show up. It broke down. So there's no bus showing up for her, right? An hour later or so, there's supposed to be another bus coming. So it shows up, and she manages to get on that bus. And they're on the highway for maybe 15 minutes before they get into a crash, and she's just stuck there forever while the emergency vehicles come, the police come, all that stuff happens. She's stuck on the bus to the point where the people she was going to see were like, depending on when you can get out here, we can come pick you up. We can actually drive, and you won't have to take as many buses. And they tried to coordinate it, but wasn't happening. So basically, she just had to take the bus up, wait until they sent out another bus. Then she got on that bus to go all the way to Toronto, then to have to pay for a ticket back to come from Toronto back here. So she left here at 11 o'clock in the morning, and she didn't get home until 10 o'clock at night, and her entire trip was waiting for buses. Oh, the bus is finally here. Bus crash, waiting for buses, drive to Toronto, and then just immediately have to come back. So I would say that ranks up there on the Garbo birthday experience chart. You know what I mean? There's definitely worse things that happened. People have been attacked by alligators and shit, but that's pretty rough. It's pretty rough. So I got a feeling at a certain point, I was like, I feel like she's going to end up coming home. So before she even talked about the possibility of her coming back, I had already went and started making room in the freezer because she has an ice cream cake on her birthday. And the friends she was going to see had bought an ice cream cake for her birthday. And it was like, all right, she's not going to not have an ice cream cake on her birthday. So I'll just go and get one. And if it turns out that she's not coming back, then it'll just be like, check it out, I got an ice cream cake for your birthday for when you come back kind of deal. And then she called me and was like, I'm coming back. Can you get an ice cream cake? And I just said, absolutely. It was already the plan. It makes it much easier. when you're already planning to do something and it's like, hey, can you do that? Yes. Yes. Inferno, you didn't know she was in an accident. I just posted it in the Discord. You know what I mean? It was just, hey, I'm not going to be at the live streams for a bit because Carly got into a bus crash. And then the next day it was like, hey, just so you know, she's doing better. She's fine. It's going to be fine. It's not anything like major. So that's it. That's it. It's not, don't need to make like a video with the title, My Wife Left Me and then got in a bus crash. And it's like, that sounds insane. And it's like, so your wife was going away for her birthday on the weekend and then the bus got into crash, but she's basically just fine in a couple of days and like very, very minorly injured at most. Yeah, that's not the gripping story of the week kind of scenario. So that's the kind of thing that you just mentioned in the Discord for the people who like to come to the live streams and are like, hey, where are you? It's been a few days. And it's like, oh, this is the reason. Okay. You know, it's just one of those. It's one of those. Alfred, 54% done your set of legends. You got a decent way to go. I mean, being 54% complete if it's commons or uncommons, if you have a bunch of the rares, you know, there's a big difference. It's like, I have 60% of the set, and it's like the 60% that's worthless. Okay, so Battlestar Galactica was a pretty gripping show overall, honestly. I really liked it. It pulled me in. I was totally down with the space vibe. And I don't remember watching any space show that made me want to see the next episode pretty much immediately. Like, okay, I'm only going to stop watching these because it's time for me to crash for the night or I have other things that I have to do. And then by the time season 4 was, I'd say 60% done, maybe even earlier than that, I was already like, I don't care about seeing another episode. And it got to a certain point where we decided, you know, we've watched enough Battlestar Galactica today, let's watch something else. Because it was feeling more like we had to kind of push through, you know? Mailmaster, the fact that I didn't spin a tail and make up some BS to get donations on the internet. Yeah, people do that, right? I mean, whatever. Everybody makes their own choices. But the whole, like, I'm going to milk this bad shit that happened to me as much as possible in every situation. No. You know, the same way that when I got fucking attacked in the park, I was just like, hey, that's cool. I'm going to let you guys know I'm okay. And then we're just fucking moving on, right? So if it's something that's small, then it only needs to be acknowledged if it needs to be acknowledged. Where it's like, yo, you're going to be away for a bit? Okay. It's helpful to let people know. Because ultimately the people who ask genuinely give a shit. They're like, hey, where you been? I missed the streams. Are you all right? And it's like, yeah, for those people you want them to know. Most people are just going to go on with their daily lives and they'll notice when the stream's coming on and go, boo, I'm going to hop in. But they're not going to wonder where they've been or like go far enough to go and look into it. So for those who do, it's nice to say something, right? What? Your kid was pushing a combo spin, had the lid open, and he stepped on the lid and tripped and fell into the bin. Well, that's what kids do. Kids are dum-dums. That's funny. What are the chances on Secret Lair Commander decks for Spider-Man set? Like 0. Like 0% chance. Wizards was scrambling to staple together the set that they got, let alone putting together more Commander decks. Nah, it was meant to be a Assassin's Creed Aftermath style grift that they had to change at the last minute. That's why there's no Commander decks. So no Secret Lair ones. Nishimoto, did I watch The Expanse? The Expanse, yeah, man. I actually really enjoyed The Expanse. The Expanse was one that did a really good job of bringing home the vast emptiness of space, right? Like the beginning with that water droplet and everything. It's okay. I vibed on The Expanse for some of what they did. And then the blue alien lady and stuff, it was kind of like, okay, I'm still watching. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this part. And then it got to, after season 3, all of a sudden the characters just changed. The old lady in the show, who was a diplomat, a skilled orator, just started acting like a grizzled police lieutenant who's just had it up to here. Get the fucking job done. And it's like, what is happening right now? This is a different character. So The Expanse was good to start with, but I'd say maybe what is it, like maybe 30% of The Expanse is good, you know? Maybe. I don't know the exact percentage, but I watched The Expanse all the way through. I watched it all the way through, but like I'll never watch it again because the second half of it was more of a slog. So yeah, The Expanse definitely had. I like it when they play around with the whole water being a rarity. You know what I mean? Like at the beginning of, what is it, Voyager, where they've got, what's his name, that I think it was Neelix. It was Neelix, wasn't it? He was like some kind of like space rogue or something, and they're trying to get him to work with them, and he's like, "There's nothing you can offer me." And like, unless you can get some water. And then it's like, check it out. We can generate all this water. And he's like, splashing around in it. And he's had 1,000,000 cups of it. Like he's bathing in champagne glass. Like that's hilarious to me. And also vividly is vibes with the whole, all right, you're in space and water is a super valuable commodity here, right? Like that is cool. Hey, speaking of cool, jog on what the super chat saying first. Hell yeah, buddy. Hell yeah. You're lord of the board. Yeah, if you don't have replicators, water is a bitch in space. Exactly. What do you gotta like ice mine meteors and all this kind of stuff? Like, there's definitely some cool stuff in that regard. So, Battlestar Galactica, it must have suffered from just they're ending it early, and it must have also suffered from the writer's strike. That must have been what was going on, because they just like abruptly, and this is obviously going to be where we get into spoiler territory talking about the show, but they just kind of blurp out that Ellen is a Cylon. She's the 5th one, and it's like it's supposed to be this huge reveal, but it felt very anticlimactic and kind of shrug-a-dug-dug, because against all odds, like if you think about it, the Cylons show up, and there are, I think the number they say is something like 50 billion humans. There's like tens of billions of humans, and they get winnowed down to about 50,000 humans, and then amongst those are the final 5 Cylons that somehow survive whole-scale destruction of the, like, everything that's going on in society. That's like, so, but the 4 of them all have positions, well, 3 of them at least have positions that matter somewhat. The one guy is the chief in charge of fixing up all the ships, and the mechanic, he's in charge of the mechanics. Like, he's got a position of power. So he's one. You've got the guy who's second in command of Battlestar, who's also one. He is high ranking. You've got the right-hand woman of the president, again high ranking. And then you have the other guy, the milkman, who, that's how I think of him now. Oh God, it's so goofy. But yeah, I just think of him as the milkman. So it's like the milkman didn't really feel like he really had that much influence over the rest of the people on the ship. So him being a Cylon wasn't as big a deal. But like the Exo's wife being a Cylon is so irrelevant, because the only way a second in command's officer's wife could be relevant, where it would be like, holy shit, one of the enemy is the wife of our second in command, and you don't know it, and she's subverting him because he's not a Cylon. He's human. So if the second in command was human and his wife was a Cylon, then you'd be like, whoa, okay, like, she also can help push forward the cause of the Cylons because, look at that. She's got influence over her husband. He loves her. He doesn't know she's a Cylon. You've got, like, all of that they could kind of go with, but it just kind of mushed together. Pierce, yeah, exactly. They had the population count, which was supposed to be a big thing, and like after they're like 5 remain to be revealed, and then after they had 4 have been revealed, 1 remains, and then at the end of the episode, he's just holding like a little chunk of metal, and he's just like, Ellen's the 5th Cylon, and you're just like, no, like, doesn't it have to be Baltar? Anybody who's watched this show, like, for real, actually, fuck it, I'm even making it a poll right now. I'm making it a poll. If you have seen this show, was the 5th Cylon supposed to be Baltar? Like, how's it not supposed to be Baltar? Explain that shit to me. How would it not be fucking Baltar? Like, he's the only fucking human who has tangible hallucinations the same way that the Cylons do. Right? The one Cylon chick sees a fucking version of Baltar because they can just project shit. They can just go and project shit in their mind, right? So all Cylons can do that. Baltar is a human, and he can do that. He projects this blonde chick. And so, like, at the end, it's so unsatisfying at the end where him and Caprica, both the non-existent version, the projection versions, show up and they're angels. And they're like, you guys are literal angels of a god, and this was their plan. This has all happened before, and it'll happen again. Why? What do you mean? I don't understand. I don't understand. That felt stupid. The end did have some satisfying elements, but the overall it was just a bag of wangs. You find out, okay, Alan's the 5th Cylon, and then you come back and you're like, okay, are we gonna do something with that? And they go, hold on, everybody's fighting over jump warps, and it's like, what? In season 4, out of nowhere, to try and create drama, they bring up this whole concept of, okay, we need to improve our jump technology on our ships, right? They go, we need the technology upgraded on our ships so we can jump away from the Cylons. And the only way that we can get the upgraded jump capabilities is to use Cylon technology. So we have to let the Cylons among us work on our ships and upgrade our jump drives. And it's like, okay, so people don't want you to do that because the Cylons are saying, well, if you want us to upgrade your ships, then you have to make us full citizens. And it's just, there's a bunch of people in society who are like, no, you know what, those death robots, we don't want them to be a part of society. And there's this big pushback. And so then you've got like Adama, Apollo, Captain Adama, now government Adama man, is now pushing for it. He's like, we gotta get these jump drives. It's super important. And like, you guys gotta be for it. But watching the episode, you just end up looking at it and go, what are you even going for? What is the plan here? Because there's no urgency at all. Like, to give you an example from the show, just go back, jump back faster than light, to the original season, right? Where the Cylons have just wiped out almost the entirety of mankind. And you have a group of scared, almost comparatively, completely defenseless human beings who cannot survive against the endless waves of Cylons that are coming to get them. So they have to jump every half an hour for like days on end. No sleep, no real rest. Every 30 minutes, jump, 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 being worn down in terror of these death robots. But in this season where they're like, we have to get the triple jump drives, it's like, why? Well, now there's like splinter groups of Cylons. A bunch of the Cylons are with us, but a bunch of the Cylons are against us. And it's like, well, do they have equal technology or not? Well, I don't know. The other Cylons are real bad, and they're still coming to get us. And they can jump 3 times as fast, so we got to jump 3 times as fast. And it's like, where did this triple speed jump come from? I don't understand. Like, this was never a thing before. But on top of that, you're not showing us the enemies coming at all. You're literally not showing us the enemies attacking. So you're like this urgency. We have to be able to jump away at triple the speed. You don't even need to jump away at regular speed right now, bro. It seems like you're living the idyllic drifting through life. I can yell about how we should have these drive upgrades. And so they're trying to create tension over something that you don't feel tense because you're not like Adama's right and he's got to win because they are coming and they're going to destroy them. And like, he's just got to push through. All these other people are wrong. You're just like, I don't know, man. It just feels like you're wasting time. Thompson, with the little freak bag super sticker. Hell yeah, buddy. You finished Deathgate book 3. Nice. I'm like 60% of the way through the first book. Oh, late August send out. I'm good with that. I'm cool with that, brother. Millmaster, just because 99% of killings from sentient electronics comes from death robots doesn't mean they're all bad. Don't even get me started on what's his name, fucking Hilo or whatever, where he's all just like, I can't believe you guys aren't treating Cylons like people. Fuck you, bro. Like, there's gotta be a new term for like some kind of fucking pussy whipped idiot where it's like, bro, I know you plowed a robot and made a fucking baby somehow, but this is fucking pathetic. Like, acting like, oh, they're all good people and shit. Fuck you, man. A lot of these things want us dead, you fucking stupid dick. Like, I'm glad you were able to plow a robot, I guess. All right? I'm glad you fucked a toaster. But this shit, like, I'm with all the people who are like, fuck you, you're a traitor. No, this one robot has earned our respect. It's a robot, you fucking stupid bitch. It's a program. It's not a person. A robot can't love you. It's not real. It's not real. Speaking of love, how does that work? How does that work where Cylons can't have babies because they didn't have love? Cylons couldn't have babies because the special ingredient to make babies was love. So they need humans to love them and then plow them. But the humans don't actually have to love them, apparently, because the one Caprica 6 robot gets fucking pregnant when the XO plows her, and the XO is in love with his fucking dead wife, and he just looks at the fucking Caprica 6 bitch like, you're my dead wife, when he's plowing her. So you don't even have to love her for her. You can love her because she's somebody else. And then, like, later on, the baby, it's not just conception that the baby needs love. If you stop loving the mother for a minute, the baby just fucking dies. That's what happened. That's what fucking happened. She's fucking having the baby. And it's just, she's got the baby and it's there. And then the fucking old man just doesn't love her for a minute. And the baby fucking dies. It was healthy a minute ago and it died because he didn't fucking love it. And he was like, no, it was me. And I said, what? What is happening? And then it's like, he's a Cylon. So what is going on? No Cylons can ever love each other, but those two loved each other, didn't they? And if they could, I don't understand any of this. And they're like, we Cylons had the ability to resurrect in new bodies, but then when we figured out how to pork right and make people, we stopped it. Really? You gave up that technology that you wouldn't give up because let's say you make a baby and then he's like an 8-year-old Billy. An 8-year-old Billy gets hit by a Mack truck and then you could just reincarnate Billy. Oh, my little 8-year-old Billy's alive. We put him back in a body. But nope, we stopped doing that because you can just fucking make a new baby. Somebody else can or whatever. Eat my ass. There's no fucking way. There's no way society would just give up that fucking technology. It wouldn't happen. It wouldn't fucking happen. None of it makes any fucking sense, like, at all. At a certain point, it just becomes deranged nonsense. You just go, okay, so Ellen's she's the 5th Cylon. Okay, so that means, I said to Carly, she died before the resurrection ships got blown up, so she can come back. So she comes back, and then you find out she's just a fucking worthless bitch. She's just a fucking cow, an unlikable cow, and powerless. And then the fucking old dude is just like, oh, I actually wiped all your minds, and then I played all the games and made you do this, and who cares? And then the show's also like, hold on though. You know how evil this guy is? How evil is he? He killed people you didn't even know existed. What? Yeah, there's a number of robot. Did you know that what happened to 6? What? Not 6, a different number. We said that. That's Caprica 6. I don't know. 7? Sure, let's go with that. Okay. So you know what happened to 7? No, what happened to 7 that we never heard about at all during all of this? Well, that guy poisoned his goop. What? He poisoned all the goop for number 7? He did. Holy fuck, that guy's a bad guy, and I feel real scared of him now. It's just... Why does he shoot himself at the end? Why does he do that? At the end, why does he do that? It's just like, well, we're all done here. Like, why does he resign today as president of the bank? Why? Why? Like, what? I didn't understand that at all. Like, at the end, he's like, I'm going to take this fucking baby. Because the show's like, hey, what if we made the payoff, like, now it's all about this Cylon baby. And the Cylon baby made a picture of dots. And the dots are actually music, but it's also the button coordinates that will teleport you to Earth. Oh, God, what is this crap? The Opera House. So stupid. That part was dumb, man. That part was dumb. What up, Larry? So yeah, you get to the end of it and you're just like, okay, are we done now? Like, who cares about any of this? Like, they took the one guy and they turned him into the milkman. So they fucking shaved him down and they took all his fucking clothes off and they submerged him in a tank of milk. And then he just linked up with the Battlestar at some point. He's just like, beep, boop, I'm connected. When did this happen? It kind of happened off screen when you weren't paying attention. What? Yeah, he's like linked up with it now. Like, why at the end? Why do they make him fly into the sun with all the spaceships? It's so fucking stupid. They land on a fucking new Earth and they're like, check out these primitive dumb fucks. They don't even have language. We're gonna live here too. We're gonna live here too. Okay. And we're gonna get rid of all of our technology. Okay. So they fucking they have the fucking milkman techno Cylon guy fly all the spaceships into the fucking sun. After they leave everyone, they're like, all right, we're gonna get rid of all this technology because this technology caused problems. Anyways, as the Admiral, obviously, I'm going to keep my own personal fucking jet speeder thing. So he just has this fucking jet ship. They fire everything into space. He has this fucking jet ship. And, like, the president's dying of cancer. And this part actually did have some satisfying emotional resonance. Credit where credit's due. The scene where Adama has, like, the president is fucking dying of mega cancer and it's imminent. Her soul is fucking leaking out all her holes. Like, we're fucking done. She's all like, oh, Papa, in her fucking blanket, right? And they're looking at some antelopes or something. And then Adama's like, you want to see him up close? And she goes, yeah. And then he carries her and he puts her in the jet ship. And they fly over the animals and shit. And they have this touching scene where he talks about where they're going to build their fucking home. And then she just fucking dies in the flight. And that part was actually pretty good. I was like, okay, that's some satisfying emotional shit. But like right before they go on the flight, fucking his son, the younger Adama's like hugging his dad. I'm never gonna see him again. And like the show makes it seem like Adama's going on a mission where they're both gonna crash into the fucking side of a mountain or some shit. But nope, he just fucking lives. You see him later just sitting on a hill with a bunch of rocks piled over a dead body going, we did it! We got our place! Yay! And like that's how it goes. And then you're like, why was Adama's kid crying like a bitch like he'd never see his dad again? You can totally see your dad again, you stupid asshole. There's no reason. There's no reason to think that. Also, what the fuck was the point of Starbuck? She just fucking disappeared. Carly's like, she's like an angel, like Baltar and Caprica. I'm like, those two weren't corporeal beings. She literally pressed buttons and shit. And she said that, well, Caprica moved fucking Baltar around. It's like, that was Baltar moving himself around, basically. You know what I mean? It wasn't an external force acting on him. It was him acting on himself in some kind of fucking psychosomatic way. Do you know what I mean? So, like, she's not a fucking angel like there. That angel shit tweaked my ball bag. It's like, what the fuck is this? This is so dumb. Like, it got so stupid. They went from the great concept of the Cylons are this undefeatable wall of fucking doom. Death robots that just want to fuck your mother and eat her tuna sandwiches. You know what I mean? Like, that's it. That's what they're here for. And nothing can stop them. There's no reasoning with them. There's no bargaining with them. It's just hot throbbing death all over your mother. That's it. So when they were just, we're gonna destroy you, fuck you, they were way more compelling. And then they just turned into like, well, we got all these different warring types, and who's got my baby? Where's my baby? I injected baby blood into me. Like, it's, what the fuck? Hey, Millmaster Super Chat says, set the controls for the heart of the sun. Yeah, exactly. Why would you fucking do that? Why on earth would you do that? We don't want the Cylons to find us. They're probably going to find you anyways. All this happened. All of it will happen again. Dip me in milk and I'll tell you the future. What the fuck, man? How did Anders become a hybrid? I don't even understand that. He just fucking got fucked up and went into a coma over something. Stupid. Starbuck was fucking dumb. I got tired of Adama and Starbuck. Will they, won't they? All that shit was fucking garbo. But there was a lot of awesomeness, honestly. They delivered a lot of good episodes, and I quite enjoyed it. But yeah, Ellen as the fifth Cylon was just... the hell's that? So yeah, just we're gonna send these ships into the sun, okay? I'm keeping one for me. I'm flying around, zoom zoom. I get to keep one for my dead girlfriend. I laughed every time they showed her with the fucking bald cancer head. Because it was too big. It was too big. It made her look like a like a fucking freak. I have mind powers. But yeah, man, there was a number of episodes where I was just compelled to watch the next one, and then like all the political wrangling and crap. It was just okay. Whatever. Are we going anywhere with this? So yeah, Battlestar Galactica so far number one on the space show list. I'm totally down to have something dethrone it. I find now when I go back, old stuff has a better chance of being entertaining, but there's also things you go back and you realize this is worse than I thought. Carly was like, I want to watch The Mask. So we watched The Mask. That movie is just, it's painfully mediocre. You're just watching that movie exist. You know, like you remember like 2 lines. That's it. All you remember is fucking green face, yellow suit, somebody stop me, and smoking. And like that's it. That's it. Master Mask or The Mask. There's a big difference. I'm not talking about fucking potato face, bro. Larry, yeah, Carly's doing better. Yes. Oh, The Mask is just awful. Just awful. So middle of the road awful. Not the kind you can mine much entertainment out of. It's like, come on. All right. That's how I felt through most of the movie. It's like, all right. All right. All right. Milmask, you watched an 80-year-old movie tonight and it was amazing. You've given up on modernity. It can't be that good. Although it is funny to watch movies from long enough ago where like the people had different beliefs on what was acceptable. Like that old family opera movie that Carly got. I don't know. I think it's from the 50s or something like that. But the Phantom of the Opera, the Phantom of the Opera has a little murder midget who fucking goes around killing rats and people. And he takes the chick Christine or whatever. He takes her down into the sewers and he fucking just feeds her the back of his hand when she's not singing the way that he wants. And when she swoons from being fucking captured and taken to the sewers, he literally scoops up fucking sewer water and splashes her in the face with it. It's fucking sewer water. Like he's out, he's in the fucking sewers, and he just scoops a mug of it and just whips her right in her fucking face. It's so ridiculous. Cameron Diaz was in the first Mask movie, and she looked really good in that movie. Actually, she looked fantastic. Shane, the Mask cartoon. I remember that cartoon. I remember that. Hollow. We already talked about The Expanse. I've seen that one, buddy. I've seen that one. It starts strong. Sheldon, if that's how you felt after watching The Mask, don't watch Son of the Mask. I told Carly we were going to watch Son of the Mask. I couldn't do it. There's no way. There's no way. Inferno, the link for Discord is in the description of all the videos, and I think probably the live stream as well. This movie has timeless dialogue. His Girl Friday from 1940. Never heard of it, but then, you know, movies that are like 80 some odd years old, I'm definitely not going to have heard of. When me and Carly went to the falls back in, when was it? April? Back in April, the hotel we stayed in had a oldies movie channel. And it played some real old-ass movies. A lot of Westerns. But they were pretty good. Like, the movies that came on were pretty solid. They had actual stories and things, like, followed through and made sense. Oh, speaking of movies, I tried watching The Gambler because I saw a clip of John Goodman in The Gambler talking to Marky Mark. And I thought, oh, okay, I'll check this movie out. And I did. And it's terrible. I just kept skipping through the parts where he was like dangerous mindsing the school kids or whatever. where he's like, you hear the speech that he's given and you're like, this was written by some fucking hack who thinks this is intelligent or deep. It's awful. It's awful. Jess, yeah, the old stuff, some of it holds up, some of it doesn't, but because my standards have lowered, I know they've lowered, because when I watch films that I, back in the day, were like, no, these aren't good, and I'm like, this is all right, it's because what's available now is crap. Pool Hall Junkies? I haven't heard of that one, Millmaster. My buddy recommended a couple, he's like, don't watch, here's a text from Carly. Yeah, this is Dingus where you at from yesterday. What am I looking for here? Oh yeah, that's right, the movies. Okay, The Cooler is one with William H. Macy, where apparently he is a guy who a casino hires to go around and take people who are on a hot streak of luck and make that luck disappear. Kind of makes me think a little bit of that movie Intact. It's called Intacto, really, because it's a foreign film. I saw that a long time ago. I liked it. So there's The Cooler, and then Owning Mahoney. Those are the two that he told me about. But I never heard of Pool Hall Junkies. Jess, did I rewatch Princess Bride? We watched it like a few months ago, I think. Princess Bride's great. That's a timeless one. They did such a good job. Like a great cast. Everything about it is really solid. All right, time to top up the root beer. And that means it's intermission. Action. Let's go. Don't be a dink. Use my Amazon link. When Hatcher goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link. Don't be a bitch. You gotta scratch that itch. Bookmark that Amazon link. I got fucking bills to pay, y'all. Use my Amazon link. This is gonna take some work. Don't be a dink. Use my Amazon link. When Hatcher goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link. Don't be a bitch. You gotta scratch that itch. Bookmark that Amazon link. I got fucking bills to pay, y'all. Use my Amazon link. This is gonna take some work. Don't be a dink. Use my Amazon link. When Hatcher goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link. Don't be a bitch. You gotta scratch that itch. Bookmark that Amazon link. I got fucking bills to pay, y'all. Use my Amazon link. This is gonna take some work. Don't be a dink. Use my Amazon link. When Hatcher goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link. Don't be a bitch. You gotta scratch that itch. Bookmark that Amazon link. I got fucking bills to pay, y'all. Use my Amazon link. This is gonna take some work. Don't be a dink. Use my Amazon link. When Hatcher goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link. Don't be a bitch. You gotta scratch that itch. Bookmark that Amazon link. I got fucking bills to pay, y'all. Use my Amazon link. This is gonna take some work. All right, I have returned. Oh man, tired. I don't know if it's like too much time out in the sun, too much time running around. Could be either. Oh man, getting older is fucking bullshit. I need robo legs. I need one of them robo bodies. Oh, how long until everything is just it's all robo everything, you know? There's just you guys all have bots doing the chat for you, and I've got a bot doing this for me. None of us are here, and somehow it's still ongoing. Yeah, that movie, The Gambler, with Mark Wahlberg in it, is not very good, man. John Goodman is fun in it. I like him, but overall, there's so much of that movie that you can skip and you'll feel like you've missed nothing. Just nothing, man. Been fine-tuning my approach with the bread maker. I made a loaf where it basically expanded up until it like covered the little view window too, and just like it was this gigantic, it almost looked like a chef's hat by the time it was done. Just a massive honk boy loaf. It's good though. It's good. It's funny the stuff that you end up happy about. I've got a bottle of, or a jar of bread yeast, and I always only ever used a bit of one of those, and they ended up getting thrown away because they're only good for however long. And this is the first time. I'm so close to the bottom of the jar now. I'm actually going to finish one of these jars for once and got my value out of it. And the instructions that have come along with this bread maker are a little bit wonky. But now that I've realized that I can actually just weigh out the flour instead of having to scoop it out and level off each cup, I can literally just use a digital scale and weigh the flour. And it just makes it so much easier. Last night I screwed up. I didn't know if I had the paddles on like properly. So I thought to myself, well, why don't I just like start it for a second and then see if the paddles move, and then I'll just unplug it. Boom, there you go. Okay, and then I can put everything in and then start it up, set it for the bread, and do whatever. So I did that. I turned it on and it spun the paddles, and I had only put water and oil in it. So it did a quick brrr of the paddles, which just flung oil and water all over. Just like, oh, I'm an idiot. So I unplug it and plug it back in. You know, so I'm like, okay, I'll plug it back in and I'll put the ingredients in. But apparently it remembers what it was doing. So as soon as I plugged it back in, it was like, ha bitch, and it went brrr, and started spinning the paddles again and firing oily water. I was like, fuck! Like Carly heard me. She's like, what's wrong? I'm like, I'm just an idiot. It's fine. Don't worry. Don't get up. I'm just a moron over here. So then I just went, it's just going to remember. It's just going to remember. So I left it unplugged and dumped all the ingredients in, and then plugged it in and went, hope for the best. And it worked out fine, but it was pretty amusing. Some you watched Death to Smoochie the other day, wouldn't recommend unless you're a diehard Robin Williams fan. It was directed by Danny DeVito. I feel like I saw the beginning of that movie and just kind of lost interest. Juggling AI can't replace jugs. Just wait until they have like 2 bags of pudding hooked up to a robo board, and and then you're just like, never mind. 2 bags of pudding is all I've ever needed. Zircon, scale is so much better, more repeatable. Bingo. Bango. Yamaguro, you 100% guarantee casinos could hire you as a cooler. Go look for that job, man. Larry, what do you... Oh, the AI on Twitter acting up again? That's not surprising. That is unsurprising. Inferno, you put the Photoshop from the video today in the spoiler talk. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Avatar enthusiasts with the collector box of Avatar. That's it. It fits in there quite nicely too, doesn't it? That's funny. Hold on. I am going to save that one. There we go. Okay, where is it? All right, there you go. So in today's video, I talked about this card, and I said, like, Avatar enthusiasts, and the way that this chick had her hands up. The way the chick had her hands up, it looks like she's got, like, because her hands are empty, right? So it looks like you can put whatever in there, like a collector booster box, just foaming at the mouth. That's funny. Inferno, the hashtag blame Hatcher about the power and toughness. I see it. That's funny. That's pretty good. Maybe I'll put that up as a as a fucking community post tomorrow or something. Because that is amusing. All right, there we go. Good job, Inferno. You done good. Jess, you made your son cry because you told him you didn't want to see him again till he was an adult. I mean, that's probably for the best. For the best for the kid. Guys, can we start a fund? You know how there's like funds to reunite parents and their kids? Can we start like a fund to ununite Jess and his child? To erect some kind of barrier to prevent them? Maybe we can get like a shock collar bolted onto Jess so that he can't go and visit his kid. We can set up those shock towers and stuff, you know? Milmass is always ranting about his elite fucking forces. They can be they can be in charge of setting up the Jess line. Yeah, we'll make it happen. We got to save this kid. I definitely won't forget about this in like a minute and a half and be on to something else. I feel like there's something like tickling the back of my brain that I had wanted to bring up, but it just does not want. It does not want to come forward. You know, Master, you think college will unspoil your kid? That's adorable. Come on, man. Come on. Do you know when kids stop being spoiled, bro? When they have to take care of themselves full on and run into the wall of real life. So, like, the college experience is still part of the being spoiled experience. You still have no real concept of money or the world or any of it. So, it's gonna be like right after college, unless you're just like, move back home and daddy will take care of all the bills and shit. Like, they'll stop being spoiled when you stop giving them shit and go, fly or fall, motherfucker. Right? That's it. That's it. Every day, any Foundation fans? Yeah, man. I think that like buildings having foundations is something I can get down with. Foundations. It's only standard legal for the next 9 years, which is good because you're only going to be able to buy it once every 4 years. Wizards production schedules are hilarious. It is wild what they're doing. Apparently next year things will calm down a bit, but believe it when I see it. Believe it when I see it. You feel me? Guys, I tried making weed oil popcorn. It was not good. Even Flavacol couldn't make it good. Just spraying weed oil onto popcorn and then adding Flavacol and put it into a bread mix. Disappears right into it fantastically. Everyday TV show foundation. What the hell's that? Is that a space show? Yeah, I haven't heard of Foundation. It's a science fiction show about math. Oh, okay. All right. Like the foundations of arithmetic. Some you're not going to buy new magic while the tariffs are going on. You're going to stick to the older stuff. It's understandable, bro. I mean, times are what they are, and magic is pricey as hell. The tariffs are a bitch. Larry, you don't care about Avatar? Yep, there's a bunch of people in that camp. It's a mixed bag. There's some people who are excited, some people who don't care. While I've said it a million times that I don't really care for having Universe Beyond and Magic, at least Avatar is more enjoyable to me than Spider-Man. So it's like, Spider-Man, I like it, and go, oh, why is this in Magic? And with Avatar, I go, oh, why is this in Magic? At least I have some pleasant memories of some of these things. I remember watching this. That's cool. Whatever. There's Rosewater was apparently saying, oh, there's now when we do surveys and stuff, there's fewer people saying that they don't like Universe Beyond. And it's like, yeah, but it's not because you've won them over, right? It's just because the people who don't like Universe Beyond have just been leaving. You know? It's like, hey, man, we got 50% less complaints about our service. Oh, cool. Well, why is that? Well, because sales are down 50%. Oh, we sold half as much stuff? Yep, that's why people are complaining half as much. Okay. That's not good. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, there's less people who don't like Universe Beyond. And it's like, and do you have a more stable player base that's growing? Well, we've got money. And money says yes, because that's what we can show people. And they'll just go, they made the most money ever. That means it's the best thing ever. That's how it works, right? There's definitely not multiple factors that go into it. What up, Kansaki? How's it going? Every day you're making your own proxies. That's definitely a way to go with it. Gianna, what's up? You found Limdol's Paladin today? How did you miss Rakdos Life Loss? Limdol's Paladin's a weird one. What is that again? That's like what? A red and a black and 2 for a 0/3. And it's like, if it attacks and is not blocked, your opponent loses 4 life. Something like that. Or if it's attacked and blocked. It's something weird. Something weird. Isn't the artwork like a guy standing there in his armor yellowish? It tickles the brain. Doomblade, you're going to stay for the Infinity Stones, but after that, yet another plan seem wacky. They are all over the place, bro. Kenzie, less people complaining about quality of the cards, but more people are keeping products sealed. I don't even know what's going on. Yeah, McGarl finishing off with the perfect delivery. Nice, man. Nice. Joe, you stop taking the surveys because Wizards doesn't care what you think, just about your wallet. I'm not hearing anything that sounds wrong to me, bro. If you block, he gets +6/+3. There you go. There you go. Jess, there's lots of cards you can get that just let you outright win, that say you win the game, so that's definitely doable. Every day on the double-sided stuff, man. I don't even play that in my cube anymore. I don't want people to have to deal with like flipping over the cards and all that. Keep it all on one side of the card. I'm good. I'm good. Double-sided cards are just a fucking fiddly hassle, especially when you sleeve your stuff, you know? Remember when Questing Beast was OP? It's a fucking strong card, man. So many abilities you would forget abilities that it has, right? Like, regularly forget abilities that it has. And you just go, wait, it does that too? What the fuck? It's like that 2 green 3/2 mini Questing Beast that they made recently in Edge of Eternity or whatever. 6 of the top 8 are Vivi decks. Yeah, the Vivi situation is something I've got down to talk about. That was actually going to be today's video, and then the spoiler stuff came up, and I went, all right, well, this fire that they've got burning ain't going out anytime soon. Anybody who thinks that they're going to fucking step on that fucking Final Fantasy card is high on crack. Wizards ordered 4 more print runs of this shit. They see it as a massive cash cow. If you think they're going to ban one of the most desirable cards from that set, you're out of your fucking mind. We're going to get a limp-wristed fucking banning of the Cauldron, and that won't even happen until fucking November. That's how it's going to go. Because Wizards are dickheads. Yamagoro, you wanted Billy to be the final Cylon? He died like a bitch, man. The chick that he was into was way into another guy, and he died like a bitch. Habanero, yeah, exactly. Same. I took the flip cards out of my cube too. Every day you always forget not to attack a planeswalker with Questing Beast. I know, right? You just go, oh yeah. I love that when you, I did enjoy that on Arena, the little animation. When you attack a Questing Beast and then a planeswalker, there'd just be a little bite and it'd be like, and bite on the planeswalker. It's like, all right, that's fun. In the brief period of time that I was okay with the animations before I shut them off because they did such a poor job with them, and it was really annoying when they created the Decay Zombie tokens because the animation for those took so long. It took so long, and you'd see it all the time, man. All the time. Yeah, McGraw, how shocking would his return be? I mean, it's something. I'll give you that it would definitely be more interesting than what they did making Ellen the 5th Cylon, right? So there's that. Pretty much anything would be more interesting than what they chose to do. Did they pick based on like what actors are available to shoot the last episodes? Like, how are we doing this? It was a big letdown. Master, yeah. Legacy, don't change it. See you in November. Then the November date was between two eternal weekends. It's almost like they're not really thinking through what they're doing at all, and it's random as hell. It is random as hell, it feels like. Everything is just skewed. It's all about Commander. I want to know what the Commander Avatar bundle is. Is it literally just what they're... Are they changing the gift bundle name into the Commander bundle? Like, is it literally just the gift bundle? Because they're renaming everything Commander. Wizards is so fucking hilarious for doing this. They did it with Secret Lair, where they went, this is Secret Lair. Also, these Commander decks are Secret Lairs. Okay, so, yeah, well, look, it's still just you buy direct stuff from us. Also, now these promos that we give out are Secret Lairs. Oh, okay, so you're just giving out random promos at the cons? Yep, and these are Secret Lair promos. Okay, and now we also have list cards curated by the Secret Lair team. What? We have extra Secret Lair artwork that for our Secret Lairs we're never making, and now we're shoving them onto random list cards. Isn't that fun? You know, it's like... What are you doing? Hey, we created Jumpstart. Oh, you like Jumpstart? Check out this other version of Jumpstart we created. Those are just reskinned theme decks. No, they're not reskinned theme boosters at all. Yeah, they are. And that's why they're going to sell terribly. You're just destroying the names of your own products. So people don't even know what they're buying. It's like, hey, here's ice cream. Oh, people fucking love ice cream. Now we're going to sell tuna fish. Call it ice cream. It's tuna fish, though. Call it ice cream. They're going to know when they eat it. No, they're stupid. Here's your ice cream. This is tuna fish, you fucking bitch. Larry, you're going to get 28 SIDS? Are you getting the real ones? You getting the real ones? See you later, Inferno. Every day you got to remind yourself that it's just a game. Oh, to keep yourself from going too hardcore one-upping people. That's what I like about the cube, is you don't have to worry that somebody's got more powerful stuff than you, because we're all just drawing from the same roughly equal pool of power, you know? So, I'm glad that I discovered the cube. If I hadn't, I would probably be left with very little in Magic when everything started to change. You know? But the cube is nothing that Wizards can affect. They can't change it. They can't make it worse. They can't affect it at all. They can't change the rules of it. They can't make, oh, we made cards you have to get. Nope. Not at all. Not at all. Oh, I still got one of these fucking cool Warhammer decks to open. I'm looking forward to that. I was talking with Must-See today about some Necron stuff and the old gods, the star gods of the Necrons, which I thought were called Satan, but it turns out are called Kurtan, which doesn't sound nearly as cool. But it is what it is. Oh, all right. Well, I have some things that I must attend to. I'm glad that I was able to come and hang out with you guys. I know I'm leaving a bit earlier than usual, but I will be back again soon. If everything goes well, I'll be back tomorrow, right? But for now, I got to go. So, have a good one, my friends. Peace out for now.